Us today. We start in Marstons Mills, where this Tuesday stakeholders gathered for an important announcement that will impact the future of our shellfish industry. The shellfish industry is big business on Cape Cod, bringing millions of dollars to the local economy every year. But in order for it to thrive, we need healthy oceans, and increasing ocean acidification is a real threat that, if not properly managed, could mean big trouble for our shellfish industry.
Our oceans are absorbing 20 to 30% of the carbon that's released into the atmosphere, and that carbon that the ocean is absorbing is causing it to rapidly acidify when it dissolves. And if the oceans become too acidic, then shellfish can't form their shells. And if that happens, then we see the collapse of our oysters, of our scallops, of our lobsters, and a whole host of other species.
On the West Coast, when acidification first struck, the hatcheries literally were unable to produce seed. So what we're seeing now is we're still in really good shape. Our seed is being produced, acid levels have stayed low, but if we hit a tipping point on this, the crucial little piece that starts off a $490 million a year industry in Massachusetts is jeopardized.
That's why Cape and Island State Senator Julian Cyr and State Representative Fernandes teamed up to write legislation that will help take a close look at the effects of ocean acidification. Plans to form a new study committee were announced Tuesday at the Cape Cod Oyster Company in Marstons Mills.
It establishes a special commission to study the effects of coastal and ocean acidification, and also to look at how that impacts our commercial fisheries, particularly on aquaculture.
This bill is a culmination of several years of effort from my predecessor, Tim Madden, also from the terrific institutions that we have in Woods Hole. The Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution and MBL have been pushing this for several years, along with the Lobstermen's and Aquaculture Association here in Massachusetts.
Studying the effects of ocean acidification will help protect important jobs and careers within the shellfish industry.
Very important to get a baseline of what our water chemistry is all about, so that we can prepare and be ahead of it, so that our industry can continue to do well.
It's not only about our environment and addressing what's been called climate change evil twin and ocean acidification, but at the end of the day, it's really about a jobs bill that not only preserves our incredible fishing industry here on the Cape and Islands, but also an industry that, when you think about the Cape and Islands, you really identify with in the fishing industry, in the shellfishing industry.
These are year-round jobs, they're local jobs, they're green jobs, they're blue economy jobs, they build communities. We have young families up and down the coast who are able to be here. So this is exactly the kind of economy that we want to build. And just in terms of commercial licenses alone, I think there's something like 1,500 families or farms working. There's another 10,000 permits that go to towns. ARC seeds the public areas, as well as providing seed to private growers. So it's a crucial, amazing little piece of our economy.
We're getting all the experts, all the stakeholders in the room together to look at the challenges we face, what potentially may happen here, and how do we get ahead of that curve, is really about protecting this aquaculture industry, which is a growing industry.
The next step is to choose members for this new commission, and Cape Codders will have a seat at the table.
Everyone you saw here today in this press conference, basically, will have a seat at that table. The best scientific minds that you can, the best wisdom you can get in the industry, to really make sure that we're safe. We're getting a series of recommendations that'll safeguard the industry moving forward.
Today is just a really great day for shellfishing, also for science and our environment.
The Commission's goal is to address critical science and general knowledge gaps that will help in future policymaking efforts. The 17-member commission will form in the coming weeks, with a report expected in late 2019. For Cape Media News, I'm Sarah Colvin. And if you're interested in supporting the local industry, or if you just like oysters and beer, you can head to Cape Cod Beer this Saturday for Shuck. That takes place from noon to 5.